everyone. Back with day 12, Moonlight today. And as you can see there, I've just gessoed over one of my prompt days cards, the one with the magenta, because I did a few of them. So, I just stamped some VersaMark clear ink onto the card, and I used a piece of acetate, a punched circle, to mask the area that I didn't want this ripple going through. Now I've done this wrong first up, but I do end up fixing it in the end. So I'm heat setting it now, taking that, putting that acetate piece on, sticking it down with some removable tape, and now going around over it all with some Mars Black ink, acrylic paint. So that circle's going to represent the moon. And you can see there where the embossing, heat set embossing was resisting the paint, but I'll show you. It takes 3 times for me to get it right. I mean, that looks alright, but I wanted a lot more black where the white wasn't in with those ripples, and I don't like the shape of it or anything. It's just awful. So I'm just removing that piece of acetate there. Okay, drying it. Now I'm going over it again with the embossing pillow because I want to try it again. Again, putting the white embossing powder over it. I'm sorry if I said clear earlier, it was white embossing powder. And just brushing off the areas there where I didn't want it, and then I needed to grade it down a bit, so just adding some more embossing powder there via my clear embossing pen. Just removing a bit of it there with the paintbrush. Heat setting it. And you'll see how white it is there. And so I go over with the Mars Black paint again, the acrylic paint. Nope, went a bit too far there onto the moon, but that's okay. Now I'll let that dry a bit. So I'm just going to do the shadings on the moon. So just some Mars Black acrylic paint and then wiping it off with a wet baby wipe. And you'll see here what I did was I heat set the embossing powder, painted it over once it was dry, cool down, and then left the paint to dry so I could wipe off where the heat embossing was. So I now realise that, and so I'm going over and doing it again. So this card should have taken a third of the time. I must say I've done a few quick cards lately, so I'll not complain. Right, that was really cooled down and dry, so going over the entire area again with the black acrylic paint. and then I really let that dry. Okay, adding a few more details to the moon. Yeah, much better. Okay, you'll see a close-up of it in the at the end. Okay, so I'm wiping it down, grading it. And I think that's much better. Yeah, there it is. I like that one a bit more now. I remember that next time I go to do some embossing. So that's a good gradient there. Very good. Alright, on to the next one. Day 13. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.